This video is brought to you by Quidd. Quidd is an app where you can collect trading cards, stickers, and 3D toys based off your favorite shows such as Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Marvel, DC, Rick and Morty, Power Rangers, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and so much more, with new cards, stickers, and toys being added every single day. There's also a ton of freebies. Like, look at all of these. Free, free, free! But for those who aren't free, how do you obtain these cards or stickers or toys? Well, with coins. And the awesome thing about Quidd is that not only do you start with a bunch of coins, but you can get thousands of coins every single day just by logging in. And once you wait a few hours, you can get even more coins. With these stickers, you can incorporate them to everyday conversation, and like I always say, emojis are a thing of the past. You can also trade your stickers and cards with other people. And if you want to trade with me, your username is OxtruckVox. Quidd is available for all iOS and Android devices. Links are in the description. Now let's get on with the video. Today on Crystal Clear, I want to do something different. Usually I analyze and speculate on characters or future plot points in the future. However, I want to focus on environments. Specifically, Homeworld and what we learned from the very little we saw of it. We really only have 3 shots of Homeworld, not including the underground and the kindergarten, and we see 2 of those shots at the end of the episode, The Trial, and of course the title card for Off Colors and Lars' head. However, Homeworld's a very large planet, or at least has been inferred to be, so I'm really fascinated to learn as much as possible about it. Thus, when we were shown the small snippet, my first thought was, where on Homeworld were Steven and Lars, and where was the trial held? Well, I believe this small shot of Homeworld actually tells us a lot about where we were and the importance of the location. I believe we were in the county seat or capital city of Homeworld. Very close, if not the exact location where the diamonds reside. Courthouses are usually located in county seats. A county seat is typically an administrative center, seat of government, or capital city of a county or civil parish. It's a term used in the United States, Canada, Romania, China, and Taiwan. In the UK and Ireland, county towns have a similar function. Now, I know Homeworld isn't going to be exactly like the United States, especially since Steven Universe takes place in a reality where our world was greatly shifted and changed and altered by the Gem War. However, that doesn't mean the Universe can take inspiration from the real world and apply that to Homeworld. They've done it many times before. A lot of concepts in the show are based off of things that have happened in the past in the real world. So when designing Homeworld, I wouldn't put it past them to take such a simple concept and apply it to the landscape of Homeworld. Something I really wanted from the special that I didn't get, this is kind of getting off track, but we don't know if Homeworld's the actual name or not. Yellow Diamond just says you're on our world now, and Steven, when Lars asks where they are, says Homeworld. And I get it, the gems are going to refer to their home planet as Homeworld. But does it have an actual name? And if so, will we ever learn it in the show? This is something I'm going to research and speculate on in a future video, but that's something I really wanted to address. So first, let's start where Steven and Lars actually escape with Blue Diamond's Palanquin. Something I really appreciated is that from Stuck Together all the way to the end of the trial, we went from these extremely simple environments, with no detail in them whatsoever, just completely blank with different colors. Rooms where you can't even tell where the walls begin and end. Yet by the end of the trial, for a brief moment, we're immersed in this vast, futuristic, utopia-like city. I just feel like that was really clever on the crew, and that's an example of Steven Universe's storytelling at its best. It really are the little things that matter. Now, initially from the first Wanted promo, a lot of people drew comparisons from the Courthouse to the Storm Geode, because at the time we weren't really sure where they were. But we can safely assume this is indeed a courthouse. And it kind of reminds me of the roaming eye. Also, this white pinkish thing that seems to be acting as support for the actual courthouse reminds me a lot of a laser light cannon. I don't think it's a weapon, and I don't think it's some kind of light cannon, it just reminds me of it. Now, what I wonder is, was that the only courtroom inside that entire house? I would assume the diamonds aren't present for every single trial that happens inside that building. Yet in that room, it seemed to be tailored specifically for the diamonds. One side was blue, one side was yellow, one side was white. So either there are other rooms inside that building for like smaller trials, smaller cases, or there truly is only that one room. But perhaps other gems from blue, yellow, and white's court, gems who are made to be lawyers, are in their place. Now the biggest thing a lot of people noticed right away was this huge structure, if you want to call that depicts White Diamond, or at least it seemingly depicts White Diamond. It looks just like her mural on the moon base, and it's generally the shape of what we think White Diamond is. Not to mention, the shading is kind of weird, but you can kind of make her a gemstone, especially in the title card for off colors and Lars's head. Now, a lot of you speculate maybe this is White Diamond's ship, maybe this is White Diamond herself. All possibilities I want to explore in future videos or future topics. However, my personal take is that this may be the diamond base. Similar to how on Earth, outside of Beach City, we have the temple statue that seemingly depicts a fusion between rose, garnet, amethyst, and pearl. Rose quartz very well could have taken inspiration from Homeworld, from the diamond base, from White Diamond, but where on Homeworld, the top diamond is who is depicted, Rose wanted it to be a lot more equal, that everyone has an equally important part in the crystal gems. That's why she made her base a depiction of garnet, amethyst, pearl, and her fused together. I think that would make a very great contrast to show how Homeworld is different from the crystal gems, their different ideologies. If this is the diamond base, and therefore I believe this is where blue, yellow, and white diamonds stay when they're not attending to other colonies or missions or their duties. It's simultaneously kind of the White House and Statue of Liberty combined for Homeworld, while also being the big final boss's lair, their castle, the end all to be all. Or this could just be White Diamond's base and only White Diamond's base. That's not to say yellow and blue aren't allowed, but this is where White Diamond is most of the time. Yellow and blue could have their own bases on their other colonies. The thing is, we have zero information on this. We just know it appears to be some kind of building or structure, and it appears to look like White Diamond. We'll certainly get more information on this in the future, and I believe without a doubt it's an important location. Another important factor to consider is we don't really have an idea how big it is either. It really could be in what appears to be a city, or it's far away from it, but it's just so huge, so large, that you can see it over all of Homeworld. It appears to be more distant in the title cards for off colors and Lars's head after all. So it definitely is large, and I don't see it being an easily accessible place. I don't think any old gem can walk in there, especially lower class gems. Again, that's a place only elites can enjoy. And speaking of elites, the remaining structures and buildings that we see is what sold me on the idea that this place is higher up in Homeworld. Don't these little upside down pyramids look a bit familiar to you? And the structures on top of them? You can even see a little staircase over here to the right. I believe these are arenas. Now, what do we know about arenas and spires and all these structures in Homeworld? Well, if we look back to the episode Bismuth, she stated that these are for very important elite gems. Which again brings me to the idea that this is downtown. This is a capital of Homeworld. Not only is it where Courthouse is located, but to feature arenas, locations for elite gems to enjoy to come and fight in. I'm someone who believes Homeworld actually has personal entertainment for those gems in between missions, so elite gems being able to unwind and battle other gems, or watch other gems duke it out, doesn't sound too far-fetched to me. I don't believe Homeworld is this awful, slave-driven place that the Crystal Gem typed it up to be, especially considering the fact Lapis wanted to go back to it, so clearly there are things there that she enjoyed doing. Hell, Peridot was very adamant on returning too. Now, the last thing I want to touch on this shot before going to the other shot, which is still the same thing, are these holes to the left, and there's a few to the right. And this continues in the following shot where Steven and Lars fall in the Palanquin. We've seen holes like these before. They're present underneath the Sky Arena, and there's something very similar in the zoo where the Famothists stay. I believe these holes are kind of like little gem houses. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks this, because Fictional Crystals, my good friend, has speculated this exact same thing before when their Wanted promo first came out. So all of these holes likely house gems. They're a place for gems to go in between missions, because I don't believe gems are always on missions, and I don't believe when they're on missions they're just lollygagging around. I think they're in these houses, or they're at the arena, they're elite gems, or at their spires, etc. There are structures and environments designed for gems to go and enjoy themselves. And these houses are a place for them to recuperate, clear their mind, and just chill out before their next mission. I was really hoping that when Steven and Lars fell, although at the time I thought they were ascending, we would actually get a chance to see what gems are inside those holes, kind of as a way to provide a sneak peek at future gems, or maybe just even see some Homeworld Paradox. But unfortunately, not only did we see very little of Homeworld, but we did not get a peep inside those holes. For all we know, there were no gems even in there, which kinda sucks, but what you gonna do? Overall, these are just my thoughts, and I want to hear yours, so please, in the comment section below, do you agree that this is a Homeworld city, that this is maybe the capital of Homeworld, that White Diamond statue, that depiction of her might be her base, or do you think it's a ship, or do you think it's White Diamond herself? It's so interesting and exciting, and as much as I hate the fact that they keep White Diamond shrouded in mystery, I hope they kind of keep it up for a little bit longer, and just keep throwing us tidbits, because I think that's a lot more fun than just straight out getting it. And do you think those little holes are gem houses? Yes or no? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, it really helps us out. Follow us on social media, and don't forget to download Quidd. Links to everything in the description down below. Awestruck Fox, signing out. This video has been powered by Patreon. If you want to give us some more support, head to patreon.com/roundtablevids, become a patron, and get some awesome perks. Thanks for watching another video on the Roundtable. If you want to get more involved with our community and watch videos from Let's Talk with Tom, Voxbox, and more, click the video right here. Or if you want to get some more of that animation goodness, watch some Crystal Clear or Meeting Monday, click the video right here. And please, don't forget to subscribe.